on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And you already know what's going down today, bruh. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off. Now, yeah, let's go. How's everybody doing today? Please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And I have had a busy day, a busy Monday, okay? A busy Monday, March 27th, 2000 of the 2-3. It has been busy for your boy B. But gonna make some time, needed to make some time, had to make some time to do this show today because it's a lot of stuff that we have to talk about. It was breaking news this morning in the NFL, but I will get into all of that in just a minute, right after I give my shout outs to my Black and Gold fam and my fam in general. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. It is spring, you guys. Spring is here, and the weather has been feeling good. It feels good in the Richmond, VA right now. But yeah, I've been busy today because you guys know I do the DJ Brevon stuff on YouTube. Be putting them playlists on YouTube. But I told you guys at the end of last year that I was planning on, being your favorite DJ for this year, of actually doing live gigs on a solo tip, because I was DJing with my pops, DJ Amp, the legendary DJ Amp. I was DJing with him, and he was teaching me the ropes. Well, your boy done got his DJ gear, and it's time to get it. It's time to go. It's time. Let's go. Y'all need a DJ? Holla at your boy. Okay, y'all holla at your boy. My flat rate gonna be $300. I ain't trying to bust nobody in the head. My flat rate gonna be $300. Anything after the 4-hour flat rate gonna be $75 after that. You ain't gonna find much better prices than that. Real talk. You ain't gonna find much better prices than that. I'm just trying to play music. I'm not trying to be ficky, scratch. I'm not trying to be doing all of that. I'm not trying to be Power 92 DJ. I'm not trying to be like Juice and being in DJ scratch competitions. No, I'm just playing music, just having a good time. So holla at your boy, DJ Brevon. I'm going to have some cards made. I'm going to have some physical cards, and then I'm going to have a virtual card where I take a picture of the card, and then I can just text it to you. So that way it'll be in your phone. It'll be in the clouds. But anyway, busy day. And even with that, like I said, busy day. Got to take London to a 6 o'clock Girl Scout meeting. Then I got to go to choir rehearsal. So yeah, man. So yeah, your boy busy, staying busy. But anyway, are you guys ready for the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. Breaking news in the NFL. Lamar Jackson has let everybody know that on March the 2nd, 2000 of the 2-3, he requested to be traded from the Baltimore Ravens. He announced that on Twitter today, and that made front page news everywhere. That's pretty much hijacking the week of the Final Four. But it is what it is. Lamar Jackson is a superstar. The Ravens are not treating him like a superstar. They acting like they don't want to invest in the guy who has carried the franchise ever since he stepped foot on the field for him in 2018. And Lamar Jackson saying, you know what? The hell with y'all. I'm ready to chuck the deuces. I want to be out this bitch. Trade me. Y'all don't value me. Y'all don't appreciate me. So fuck it. I want to be out. Anyway, he's representing himself. We know that he doesn't have an agent, but he tweeted that he requested the trade on March the 2nd as the team has, quote, has not been interested in meeting my value and contract talks. Another quote, I love the game of football and my dream is to help a team win the Super Bowl. Adding that the Ravens are, quote, are great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore Flock Nation and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. So, what are we going to do? Where do we go now? If we Lamar Jackson, where are you going? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? John Harbaugh said, I ain't seen the tweet. He ain't trying to see the tweet neither. He ain't trying to imagine what life is going to be like without Lamar Jackson, because number 8 has been great. And y'all have been treating him like y'all just want to masturbate. Excuse the language, excuse the lingo, excuse the inappropriateness. If you feel that way, then click the motherfucking X button and get off the stream, because this is what I do, okay? Lamar Jackson has been done dirt ball by the Baltimore Ravens.
Biatch.
And if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, you can sit here and say, well, he has missed the last 5 games of the last 2 seasons. And that is a very fair point. And I said this before the football season ended last year. I said that the Ravens were going to use that against him as far as negotiating. Now, if you want to talk about collusion, because Lamar Jackson has a non-exclusive franchise tag where a team could offer him and the Ravens would have to match, you damn right there's a collusion going on. I'm going to tell you why.
You niggas are crazy.
A couple reasons why. First, nobody is trying to meet that Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed dollars for a contract. No team is trying to pay that, okay? And I'm sure these owners, maybe even the commissions, calling around saying, hey, let's not give him this money, because if you sign Lamar Jackson to a contract that is bigger than Deshaun Watson, players like Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa is going to be licking their chops when it's their turn to take a bite of the apple. That's one reason. The second reason is, if you're in the agent community, the community of being a sports agent, you don't want Lamar Jackson getting that type of deal either. Why? Because he has no representation. Lamar Jackson is representing himself. So if Lamar Jackson was able to pull off a $230+ million contract without an agent, you know how many players are going to be? You know how many players in all of sports will say, I can get this contract myself and I don't have to pay a percentage fee to nobody? Fuck I need you for? Guess what, Mr. Agent? Guess what, Mr. Drew Rosenhaus? You know what I'm saying? Guess what, Mr. What's the boy name? LeBron's boy, who's from Clutch Sports. Guess what, Mr. Rich Paul? What I need you for? You fired. You fired. I can do it myself. You fired. You fired, little bitch. You fired. I can get this dough myself. So there's definitely a collusion going on to keep Lamar Jackson from getting the type of dough that he wants. But then you have another twist and turn to this story, is that Lamar Jackson said, I don't want a fully guaranteed contract. And that's more realistic, because the Cleveland Browns did something that the other 30 owners in the NFL, because remember, Green Bay Packers don't have an owner, that the other 30 owners in the NFL absolutely hated. They hated the fact that they gave Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed dollars, because desperate franchises will do desperate shit. That's what the Cleveland Browns did. But there are other quarterbacks who are thinking, hey, maybe, just maybe, I could get that amount of money there. And I'm sure Lamar Jackson thinks he's better than Deshaun Watson. His credentials would tell you that he's better than Deshaun Watson based on the MVP. Now, both of them only have one playoff victory to boot, but based on a unanimous MVP season that Lamar Jackson had in 2019, he has a case to say, yo, I'm better than Deshaun Watson. I should get more money than Deshaun Watson. But let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, bro. I think the Ravens should definitely pay him $200 million. I definitely think he is worth $200 million guaranteed dollars. He should be making more money than Kyler Murray. He damn sure should be making more money than Russell Wilson, that god-awful crap-ass season that Russell Wilson had for my Denver Broncos. But I'm going to stick with you, Russ. I'm going to stick with you because I believe we're going to be better. I believe we're going to be better. I'm just not going to pump my chest out like I've been doing for the last 2 seasons with Teddy Bridgewater and Russell Wilson. Don't let me get off topic because I was just about to do it. Anyway, he should be making more money than Russell Wilson. He should be making more money than Aaron Rodgers. Absolutely, he should be making more money. And the only reason why I say Aaron Rodgers is because while he's not a 4-time MVP, Aaron Rodgers is old. So if you're the New York Jets, and we found out last week when Aaron Rodgers came on Pat McAfee and said, hey, I intend to play for the New York Jets this coming up football season. No trade has been made yet. All of the leverage is now in the hands of the Green Bay Packers because they don't have to rush. They can wait till the midnight hour and they can try to fleece the Jets. And now if you're the New York Jets, let's be careful now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Green Bay may be asking for a number one, for a first-round draft pick, for a quarterback that's going to be 40 years old in December, and there's a 26-year-old former league MVP who's out there who we could trade for. You already missed out on Derek Carr. You already missed out on Jimmy Garoppolo. You already missed out on Baker Mayfield. No, you missed out on Baker Mayfield's fine-ass wife. Looking at her, that's what you missed out on. If you ain't missing out on Baker Mayfield, I'm sorry, Calvin. But, yeah, if you're the New York Jets, you may want to think about this. Like, wait a minute, we trying to move heaven and earth to get Aaron Rodgers, but now there's a whole nother quarterback who's got youth on his side. He's damn sure got the speed on his side. You put Lamar Jackson with those weapons in New York, even though they just traded Elijah Mitchell. You know, even though they just traded the wide receiver, but you put him with my man who was the rookie of the year, and with Corey Davis. They just signed Alan Lazard with Breece Hall coming back. You put him with those boys and that defense. Tell me the Jets wouldn't be a favorite to come out the AFC to represent them in the Super Bowl. Tell me all of a sudden you wouldn't be penciling the Buffalo Bills in immediately to win the AFC East, even though the Dolphins definitely have something to say about that now with the move that they've made. But if you're the New York Jets, these are some of the things that should make you go, Because if you get Aaron Rodgers, you only going to probably have him for 2 years tops. You get Lamar Jackson, you know you're going to have him at least for the next 5 years, and maybe longer depending on how healthy he stays, which is definitely a concern. But you definitely, the marathon, it looks more fruitful with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. Now, I understand you signed Nathaniel Hackett. What a piece of shit he was as a head coach. Again, don't let me get off topic. But you signed Nathaniel Hackett because he's cool with Aaron Rodgers. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? Maybe you might want to tell Nathaniel Hackett, hey, thanks, but no thanks. Or maybe you want to ask Nathaniel Hackett, how would you feel about calling plays for Lamar Jackson instead of Aaron Rodgers? I'm just saying, that's things that you got to think about now if you're the New York Jets. And the New York Jets don't have to be the only team that are seeking out Lamar Jackson services. There's a team in Indianapolis who we've been saying for the last 3-4 years is a quarterback away. You had Phillip Rivers for 1 year. Really, the Colts have not recovered since Andrew Luck dropped the retirement bomb on them in 2019. You tried Phillip Rivers, got you to the playoffs, but he was old. You tried Carson Wentz, didn't work, period. Last year, who was your quarterback? You tried Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan aged overnight when you tried it with him. So I'm like, now they're talking about this kid Levis from Kentucky. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I understand because you wouldn't have to pay the quarterback much. And this is the way teams, it is so clear now that this is the way teams are building championship rosters, because if you have a quarterback on a rookie deal where he's not expensive, then you can load up in the areas around him that can help the team win the Super Bowl. This is what Tom Brady was great at. We always used to say, why is he always taking discounts with the Patriots? Because everything else around him could stay loaded so he could stay in that Super Bowl hunt. That Tom Brady and the New England Patriots have shown us the way. This is what these quarterbacks need to realize. You want to be the highest paid quarterback, but guess what? The team around you is going to suck donkey balls. What do you think is happening to Dallas' salary cap? What do you think is going to happen to Green Bay's salary cap? Patrick Mahomes signed that huge contract, but that was over 12 years, team-friendly deal. Trust and believe they're able to keep Patrick Mahomes loaded in the right positions to keep him relevant in the Super Bowl chase. But if you're the Indianapolis Colts, would you look at Lamar Jackson? Why not? If you're the Washington Commanders, why the hell would you not look at Lamar Jackson? I mean, I'm being dead ass serious. For one, Lamar Jackson wouldn't even have to go far. He was in Baltimore, then he wouldn't even have to get on the highway. He could take some back streets to get goddamn Washington Commanders training facility. Why wouldn't you think about getting him? You have good skill position players. You have a damn good defense sometimes. If you're Washington, why wouldn't you think about getting Lamar Jackson? I've heard the Detroit Lions name floated out there. Because Detroit, to me, is a team that's going to have to be reckoned with next season. But if you're Detroit, would you think about that? Would you move? Would you trade? Do an outright swap for Jared Goff and a couple of number 1 draft picks for Lamar Jackson? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, cuz. I mean, let's be real. let's be real. There are teams out there that could definitely use Lamar Jackson's services. And I'm going to be honest with you. And remember, I said this a couple of months ago. If I was the Chicago Bears, I would go ahead and, if I was the Baltimore Ravens, I would trade Lamar Jackson straight up for Justin Fields. Straight swap, no picks needed. Swap for swap. This player for that player. And people looked at me like I was crazy. Do I sound crazy now? Now, the Bears aren't going to do it, clearly, because they've gotten some weapons to load up for Justin Fields. But if I was the Chicago Bears, I would, if I was the Baltimore Ravens, because the Bears ain't going to do it, because the Bears don't have to pay it ain't Justin Fields' payday yet. So they probably ain't going to want to do that. But if I was the Ravens, I would entertain it. Hey, Chicago. Hey, what up, though? How about this? We'll trade you, Lamar Jackson, and the number one, just so they don't have to deal with that contract situation that they dealing with right now, because the Ravens should have signed Lamar to an extension after he won the MVP in 2019, and they wouldn't be going through this shit right now, bruh. I'm just saying, make it make sense. So that's been the breaking news. That's been the focal point of conversation for most of the day. But don't think for a second that I have forgotten about the Final Four. The Final Four has been set, and while college basketball constantly talks about blue bloods and blue bloods, I'm gonna tell you something. This year's Final Four is nothing but new bloods. Last year's Final Four was 4 undisputed blue blood teams: Duke, Carolina, Kansas, and Villanova. This year, it ain't nothing but the new bloods, with the exception of the UConn Huskies. They have made a return to the Final Four for the first time since 2014, when Shabazz Napier, Ryan Boatwright, and that crew won the national championship. UConn is in as a 4 seed. Then it just gets flat out nutty. Who else is in the Final Four? What a time to be in South Florida. My favorite podcast, Dan Le Batard and Stu Gatz. I'm pretty sure they done busted a couple of nuts, because they got 2 teams from South Florida in the Final Four. Florida Atlantic University out of Conference USA. They were a 9th seed in their bracket. Florida Atlantic has made it to the Final Four. The University of Miami Hurricanes, historically known for their great football team, for the first time in their B-ball program history, they are headed to the Final Four. And last but not least, the San Diego State University Aztecs. That's right. That's your Final Four, people. We got Miami versus UConn and Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State in the Final Four of men's college basketball. Ain't that a bitch? And I'm going to tell you something. I love it. Of course, I know it's not Virginia, and what it's bittersweet because San Diego State was in the bracket of Virginia. I figure if Virginia wins that game, that could have been them, because San Diego State took out Alabama. Looking at the way San Diego State plays, Virginia would have took them out. That was a good matchup for them. Son of a bitch. But it is what it is. I love it because, listen, I don't want to see the same rinse and repeat all the goddamn time. Every Final Four, I don't want to see Duke, Kentucky, Carolina, Kansas, or give or take a Michigan State. Like I said, UConn ain't been in the zone since 2014. So it's good to see them back. And Connecticut could be the only team right now thus far, if they win the national championship, to have won at least one championship in the last 4 decades. Ain't heard nobody point that out. I'm just a nerd because I know stuff like that. They won it in 99. They won it in 04. They won it in 2011. They won it in 2014. So if they win one in in this decade, that would be 4 decades with at least a championship. With at least one championship. True blue blood, and that would be their 5th championship. I'm just saying, bruh. Like I said, ain't nobody brought that out today on all these sports talk shows because I'm the nerd who just knows stuff like that. Do I need a computer? No, because my brain is an ESPN, CBS, Fox Sports 1 motherfucking computer, because that's what I do, nigga. Okay, let me calm myself down. Okay, but yes, Final Four, this is definitely different than the rinse and repeat that a lot of people like to see all of the time. A lot of people like to see the same schools all the time. Stephen A. Smith, that's not a shot at you. That's just for me watching you for over a decade. I know that you like to be top heavy when it comes to representations when it comes to sports' biggest stage. It ain't like that. And thanks to the transfer portal in college basketball, it's not going to be like that for years to come. And another thing that I absolutely love about this year's Final Four, remember the age of one and done? We're kind of still in it. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. You know how many true freshmen, 5-star recruit freshmen are in this year's Final Four? Absolutely none. Zero. Zip. Zilch. These are junior and senior laden teams. Transfer portal has been a bitch. San Diego State racked up in the transfer portal. Key players for UConn, transfer portal. Miami, shit. I mean, hell. We had, what was it? Jim Boeheim of Syracuse was saying that Miami went out and bought themselves a basketball team in transfer portal. It just is what it is. Now, in regards to how we got to the Final Four, what did y'all think of that foul call at the end of the San Diego State-Creighton game? The game was tied at 56, and they called a foul or an act of shooting with 1.2 seconds remaining, and San Diego State's player made one of the 2 free throws, thus catapulting them into the Final Four. If I'm Creighton, man, am I mad right now. I am pissed because I'm like, how can, like, to me, that foul call was damn near as egregious as what happened in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I mean, technically, by the letter of the law, yeah, it's a foul, but you don't want something like that you don't want something like that to determine the outcome of such a huge game and such a great game. I mean, Creighton, like I said, I mean, look, before the game started, I was sitting there saying to myself, I was like, damn, Creighton or San Diego State is going to be in the Final Four. How about that? You know, after FIU done already went to the Final Four. I'm like, damn, okay. And I be forgetting that Creighton is in the Big East. You know, you have to give shout out to the Big East, Conference USA. That's where Florida Atlantic is from. The only ACC school remaining in the tournament, obviously Miami. And again, the Big East, UConn. You know, you have to give shout-outs because we had nothing from the SEC, and Alabama was the number 1 overall seed. You had nothing from the SEC, no representation. The Big Ten, nothing. No Michigan, no Ohio State, no Michigan State, no nothing. Big 12, nope. Kansas State, they had it, and Kansas State, that Marquise Noel, that little 5'8" point guard, I was rocking hard with him, kid out of Harlem, but nothing from the Big 12, no representation. So to me, this is fun. Again, this is fun because this is something new, even though I think the team that's going to ultimately take the championship is going to be the blue blood school in UConn, but you never know because this tournament has just been downright nutty. Again, what a time to be in South Florida. I mean, you have 2 teams in this is what I want. I've been begging for this for over a decade. Can we please get a Final Four where we have Virginia versus VCU, or Virginia and VCU, or Virginia and Virginia Tech, or even VCU and Richmond? Like, come on, God. I mean, but again, what a time to be in South Florida. So Final Four is set. The semifinals are Saturday. National championship game next Monday. You know, it's been a crazy tournament. It's been a crazy tournament. And again, I am locked totally into basketball. Let's go ahead and go to the NBA, where LeBron James returned last night for the Los Angeles Lakers. And wouldn't you know it, we lost. I mean, the Lakers, who had finally got to 500 the other day by beating Oklahoma City with Anthony Davis having 37 points. LeBron comes back. We playing the Chicago Bulls. Bulls who are fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for a play-in spot. And wouldn't you know it, we lose. Ain't this a bitch? And we fall down to number 9. I mean, again, I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I hate the whole play-in scenario. I think it sucks. I do. I don't like it. And if you absolutely have to do it, I think the whole 10 spot, you should eliminate it. If you're going to do a play-in game, it should only be between the 8th and the 9th seed. And this year in the NBA, it will be necessary because in the East and the West, when you get to seeds 7 through 10, particularly in the West, really in the West, if you go seeds 4 through 10, 4 through 11, it's only about 3 games difference. So that's bananas. In the Eastern Conference, if you're 4 teams have already clinched: Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia, and Cleveland. The Knicks and the Nets will be fine. Well, I think the Knicks will be fine as far as avoiding the play-in. The Brooklyn Nets are fighting with the Miami Heat for that 6 and 7 spot to avoid the play-in game. But in the West, only 2 teams have clinched, the Nuggets and the Grizzlies. The Sacramento Kings will be fine. They're safe. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't be surprising if they clinch tonight or tomorrow. They'll be fine. But when you get to seeds 4 through 12, yeah, Phoenix is 4 right now, a half game over the Clippers, who's 5. And the Clippers are a half game better than Golden State, who's a half game better than Minnesota for 7, who's a half game better than New Orleans for 8, who's a half game better than the Lakers and the Thunder for 9 and 10, who's a half game better than Dallas for 11. So that's how crazy it is in the Western Conference right now. But yeah, Braun comes back, we lose. Ain't this some shit? Injuries still continue to play a part. I'm wondering how long Paul George will be out because with a knee sprain, he hyperextended his knee. But I think the Clippers will be fine. They're still, to me, a very dangerous team. Again, full basketball mode, despite the breaking news of Lamar Jackson saying, I want the fuck out of Baltimore. And now it is time for them calls. It's time for me to talk to my broski. So first up, and he may be the only one I talk to today because I got enough dad shit that I got going on today. But it's Big Calvin. What up, homie?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing much. I'm going to cut right to the chase. As of this morning, Lamar Jackson has let it be known to the world that he asked to be traded from the Baltimore Ravens. He asked to be traded on March the 2nd. It was not made public. Lamar Jackson took to Twitter today, and it is now public. He is officially asked to be traded.
They call you a madman. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, ain't that odd? Ain't that odd?
It's very odd.
It's odd. And, because, I mean, you know, I just remember you telling me that he's going to be in Baltimore no matter what. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be in Baltimore. I mean, am I paraphrasing? I mean, that's exactly what you said, right?
I said I believe that he would be the Baltimore Ravens quarterback, yes.
Okay. And then you said it's no chance.
I did say it was no. Yes, I did say that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I've said all I can say about it.
Well, I mean, y'all got Baker Mayfield now, so y'all good.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. There we go. That's good. That's very good. That's we do got Baker Mayfield. Well, that's good. That's real good. But okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I said that there was no chance that he was going to be y'all quarterback.
That's right. You did say it. Okay, there go the correction. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, God bless that young brother. May he continue on his journey, and I hope he get everything he deserves. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something, bro. What football teams do you think realistically should take a shot at Lamar Jackson?
Well, if you go in the AFC, and if you start with their division, nobody need a quarterback, so none of them. You know what I'm saying? You go Miami, New England, Buffalo, the Jets. None of them are gonna be looking at him.
I've heard New England be being a sneaky player in this sweepstakes.
Oh yeah, you'll never, yeah.
You know, New England is like the CIA. You ain't gonna hear shit unless they want you to hear about it.
Right, that's cool. That's dope. So let's put New England. That's one in the West. Denver, they married to Russell. The Chiefs don't really want one. Las Vegas just got one.
And the Chargers don't need one.
Chargers don't need one. So let's switch over to the NFC. You go north. You got Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's going nowhere. They bet the house in Jordan Love. Justin Fields. They in love with him. And what's the other? Detroit.
Detroit
might try. Detroit might can try.
Mm-hmm.
So you go west. 49ers. I don't think they're looking for a quarterback. The Rams. I don't think they necessarily looking. They could though. They could. It is LA. It's Showtime. They could though. You know what I'm saying? They could. LA might. Well, no, they don't have any. They don't have any. They don't have.
They don't have anything they could offer. But that other team in California that you named, think about it. That other team in California that you just named, think about it.
49ers?
Think about it.
You think they would try for Lamar Jackson?
Bro, let me tell you something.
They could give them something. They could give him a friend. They could if they trade for Lamar Jackson, they gonna send that little light skinned boy over there.
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
You can send Trey Lance and Brock Purdy.
Yeah, you're not sending Brock Purdy.
Why not?
Because you're not moving. Brock Purdy is probably the one person.
I tell you why they would send Brock Purdy, because they just signed Sam Darnold to be their third string quarterback. So you could trade Trey Lance and Brock Purdy, and then you just move Sam Darnold up to your backup.
Right. Well, that comes from, you know what I'm saying, them being pulverized this position. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna sign. You know, they're gonna keep three niggas. They're gonna keep three motherfuckers at all times, man. Because they feel like it's almost like you know what I'm saying, when you fall off something or something happens, you're looking for that next time. They won't be in that situation. They won't be in that situation at all. Purdy not going nowhere. Purdy not going nowhere.
I mean, you could trade. I mean, and you may be right, but you could trade Lance, you could trade Purdy, you got Darnold, and then you could sign you another backup quarterback. So what?
But I think we as fans are more enamored with Purdy than the organized than they would probably be. If they wanted anybody, they'd want. I know you said I know you said they and Purdy, but I don't think the 49ers would do that. They wouldn't do that. NFC East. No, NFC East. Boom. Washington could.
Yeah, I mentioned them earlier. Mm-hmm.
Washington could. The Eagles, no. The Giants, no. Cowboys, no, they're not gonna do it. That's all four of them, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Then you get to the South. You know what I'm saying? Saints not gonna do it.
They got Derek Carr.
They got Carolina. They got the first overall pick now.
They got the first overall pick, right?
You know what I'm saying? The Falcons, they could.
You know, I was hearing about the Falcons, but they apparently they want them some Desmond Ridder. Okay.
Yeah. What's the second round pick on it?
Huh?
He was a second round pick on it.
I believe so.
Because did he come in the same class as Pitt?
Who, Desmond Ridder?
Yeah.
No, he was a rookie last year. He was the quarterback from Cincinnati. He went to Cincinnati.
Okay, so this won't hit first year.
No, this past season was his rookie year. Yes.
Past season was
Ritter's rookie year. Yes.
Was Ritter's rookie year? Was it Pitt's rookie year?
No, this was Pitt's second year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then you got us. We don't have.
Y'all got Baker Mayfield, baby.
We got Baker.
Y'all got old shake and bake.
We got Baker Mayfield, but you know what I'm saying, the roster is pretty much ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to, because I done seen it. Like, that salary cap shit is a monster. We done got under the salary. We done cleared all that shit up. But like the GM said, he said, look, we basically robbed Peter to pay Paul with Tom Brady because of how the roster was. And he said, I'd do it again. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think like Atlanta. I mean, if you, it depends on what's important to Mr. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would want to go somewhere. It's about the money. But if he can get his money and have a good roster right here, I think that'll make him very happy.
Well, see, that's the hard part. I was talking about that earlier. I was saying these quarterbacks, they want to make more. They want a contract that's better than the last contract. You know, they want to be the highest paid quarterback. But what they don't realize, this is what Tom Brady mastered. We always like, damn, why Tom Brady never, he always taking the discounts, because the less, because you keep the rest of your team loaded around you. That's why people try so hard to win these win these Super Bowls when these quarterbacks are on these rookie deals, because they're not as expensive as they are going to be if they pan out. If I'm Jalen Hurts, I'm not trying to reset the market as a quarterback, because everything around me can be dope too. So I'll be in contention for a Super Bowl every year.
Right.
If I'm Joe Burrow, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm not trying to reset the market. I want to be in contention to win championships every single year. Justin Herbert, I don't give a fuck. He's a Charger. I want him to lose anyway. Fuck him.
So then Mahomes restructured his contract.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing with like you said, Tom Brady, he mastered, and he did master it. But I think
Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, because I got to give Belichick just as much credit.
Right, but I think that they didn't live up to their side of the bargain. Like he said, like, I take this money, y'all put pieces around me. They were like, okay, and they kind of like ran off on the club. You know what I'm saying? So
clearly the best. Baltimore has never had the type of receivers. Even though I think Rashad Bateman is good, he just couldn't stay healthy. They didn't put They didn't put those type of wide receivers running. Running backs, they always had the running game pretty good. Defense has always been good. The receivers have always been the question mark. Like, why didn't you ever go out and get Antonio Brown when he was a free agent? I mean, you get Deshaun Jackson when Deshaun Jackson is washed. Why don't you go out and pick up Odell Beckham? Why don't you trade for DeAndre Hopkins?
Exactly. When was the last time they had the biggest name I've seen them in recent history was
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith. I forgot. You know who I was gonna say? I was gonna say Anquan Bolden.
Well, yeah, because he came after Anquan Bolden.
He came out. Okay, I forgot all about Steve Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it goes back to not last week, but the week before. I think it won't. It was the skip that was on. It might have been you and me. I said, it's something fishy about that owner, man, because he...
Oh, yeah, that was 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, I told you, it's something fishy about that cat, you know what I'm saying?
Because you said, wouldn't it be ironic if Lamar Jackson has to be traded, and all of a sudden you start hearing about some scandal allegations involving him, kind of the way they did to Sean Watson, yeah.
You do remember.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
In a week, they're going to say he's going around touching his feet. You know what I'm saying? Why? In a week, because they already canceled my boy from Witchcraft, Lovecraft. You know what I'm saying? I think when shit like that happen, they try to get a nigga to sacrifice something or suck a dick or something. He's like, no, stuff on you. You know what I'm saying? Because like the NFL probably operate the same way that the probably operate. They probably operate the same way as show business and the politics do, but at a smaller scale.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've heard about the quote unquote agenda of sports.
Yeah. You wait. He touching people's booty hole next to you. You watch. Lamar Jackson is a habitual booty filler. Watch. You wait. It can happen. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because when that shit happened with Deshaun Watson, David called Deshaun Watson a habitual dick shower, and now you call Lamar Jackson a habitual booty toucher.
Right. You watch. There's going to be some dumb shit that ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Because they know, because you eat what's in the fishbowl. They know, like, just like that dude told John Morant, just like they say in the NBA, like, the NBA is the FBI. They know what you're doing, they know who you're doing.
Yep.
NFL the same way. They know who these niggas can't always go get a girl from the club and holler at her and chill with her because, boom, she's pregnant the next day or she's suing. So they tell you, so they probably have like, look, it ain't official, but it is like, look, man, you want to get down, call this number. But them people report to a high power, so they know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this,
exactly
though.
What you're doing.
I will say this, though. In light of this Michael Irvin thing, people may not be so quick to try to sue, especially if you can prove that your lawsuit is bogus and a countersuit is coming. You know what I'm talking about with Michael Irvin, right?
Yeah, I know. They dropped the ball on. They didn't know that. She didn't know that shit was recorded. She thought she was gonna pull a Kobe, like, gotcha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, because now Michael Irvin is suing the hotel, and if I was Michael Irvin, I would be suing the NFL Network because they fired him over that.
I thought they just took him off the broadcast.
No, they fired him. They fired him before the investigation reached its completion. Exactly, bro.
Oh, same old Michael Irvin. He's up to his cracking shit. Get him out of here. That's ain't that a bitch? Hey, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, truth in life, you get what you pay for. What goes around, come around, and ain't no motherfucking fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Oh, Lord, oh, you're preaching gospel. Say it again.
You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying?
Say it again.
We gonna see. I said you get what you pay for. What goes around, come around, and ain't no motherfucking fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Say it one more time so the listeners can hear you.
I'm just saying, brother. We gonna see how quick. I wanted the rain. I wanted that steady pour down upon him. That same steady pour down that would have been upon him on them. I want y'all to come down just as harsh on the Marriott and the NFL Network. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at my boy Warren Sapp. They say he was, you know what I'm saying? Like from like real niggas knew what it was. Now, to me, he's still stupid. Like, you was in Arizona for that Super Bowl. You could have went one state over and got everything you wanted done to you for free. But you want to argue with people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about image. Hopefully this shows light, you know what I'm saying, on how quick the NFL is for judgment and moving forward when something happens. They have some type of, you know, people are be able to easily get outside eyes on shit. You know what I'm saying? They can't be trusted to be judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's biased and it's not always fair.
They're too reactionary. I mean, because for the NFL Network to fire him before the conclusion of an investigation is it's irresponsible. Like, I don't think ESPN cut ties with him. I think they wanted to wait to see how this would play out. But NFL Network said, no, you're gone. And now that's what I'm saying. Now, if this happens with Lamar Jackson, you better have concrete proof if you're going to do some fuck shit because now he don't want to play for your team no more. Because this paper trail is looking familiar from when Deshaun Watson said, you know what? I don't want to be here no more. The only difference is Deshaun Watson said, I want out after he got the big money contract.
Exactly.
That's the only difference.
Because ESPN is Disney, but NFL Network is NFL. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are correct. You're very correct.
Okay. So, you know, so moving forward, this man, just look at some of the shit that's happened. You know what I'm saying? He got accused of being indecent. Did he say he was inappropriate with it? Did he say
it says like harassment, sexual harassment or something like that. The way they made it seem like is that he whispered something and she just immediately walked away appalled and disgusted. But when you saw the tape, these motherfuckers had a full-scale conversation.
Okay. All right. So let's you know what I'm saying? Let's like kind of like slide how they do in the movies. Okay, you remember Brett Favre, right? Okay. Now Brett Favre is not, you know what I'm saying, working for the NFL Network or probably the NFL for any capacity. You know what I'm saying? But I just played with this, like the NFL ain't cut ties with him. I just played with this kid last night on some fucking Legends League shit. Like the NFL they didn't cut ties with him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he got accused of doing some shit. Now you want to say that one is better than the other? Okay, then that's cool.
Well, look, Brett Favre was sending dick pics to people when he was with the Jets.
He was sending dick pics. Exactly, he was sending dick pics to people. If that's not harassment,
and inappropriate.
You know what I'm saying? That's not harassment. He didn't get suspended. He didn't do nothing. Now, and I'm not saying that he was harassing lady. I'm just saying that the allegation was there. Now, they could have been a mutual. They like stole a bitch from him. They probably sent him bitch. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the allegation was there. He allegedly did. They accused him of doing this shit. Sending a dick pic. Now, not too far long before that, you had a prominent NFL player accused of rape. Now, ain't if you rape somebody, didn't you harass them at one point in time before that? You know.
I mean that would lead up to usually what happens. Okay. That usually leads up to the rape.
That you know what I'm saying? That's harassment. You know what I'm saying? So and nothing. Ain't nobody cut ties with that cat.
Who are you talking about? Roethlisberger?
Yeah. Same NFL, right? Remember they accused this nigga of rape.
Yeah.
They accused this nigga. And they accused him of rape. They didn't suspend him or cut ties.
No, they did suspend him. They suspended him for like 4 games.
4 4 games.
Yeah.
4 games. He might have raped them. He might have did this shit, and he ain't played for 4 games. Brady got that for cheating.
Yeah.
Right. Brady got that for cheating. But it goes to show you, I said all that to say that, you know, the black athlete is viewed differently than.
We know that. We know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like he.
We know that black athletes have to, while LeBron James gets on my nerves. Man, is he squeaky? He's pretty squeaky clean. I mean, outside of some of the language that he chooses to use, which doesn't bother me. It bothers older people than it bothers me. But
the language that he used, because anything, I always saw LeBron James, because the nigga lived in a bubble. He's been living in a bubble for like last 25 years. So if you
have you seen House Party, the new House Party?
I would not watch. I don't watch shit like that. I don't watch reboots.
Well, the language flies in that one. Matter of fact, when he broke Kareem's record on national television and he was giving a speech, he said, "Fuck, man, thank y'all. I don't know what to say," on national television.
Oh.
And he cusses on the barbershop. But, like I said, people, that don't bother people like us. That bothers your older conservative consumer. But as far as on the legal side, LeBron James has been squeaky clean because he has to. Because you think they ain't been looking for anything to pin on this nigga.
Oh yeah.
If you ever find out that LeBron James has been taking any kind of performance enhancing drugs, oh my God. It's gonna rain down like the Godfather.
And think about it. You probably never hear about him fucking somebody he won't supposed to fuck either, because it ain't like I'm not saying that like he's not. I'm just saying he's LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never hear about that shit because he's probably fucking people that got as much to lose as he does.
I heard one time a couple of years ago he slid into some IG models DM, but that shit went away quickly.
Yeah, no, he ain't that shit probably won't nothing. Like that's small fish. That nigga can land like Beyonce's and Rihanna's and Serena Williams and shit like that. Like you'll never hear about shit.
Those 3 goddesses.
Yeah, that's all 3 black goddesses right there.
What did you say? Rihanna's the finest woman to ever shit between 2 feet?
Yeah, she is. I read it. I mean, she is. Now, she's not number 1 on my list, but she is. Like, she's like if she busted your house right now and told you to hang that phone up, nigga, I wouldn't hear nothing but downtown.
You're right. You wouldn't hear nothing but downtown, but I would leave this mic recording. I guarantee you that this bitch would stay on record because I would need some proof for that shit. And I wouldn't use and I promise I wouldn't use it as no lawsuit. Rihanna was inappropriate with me, man. Please, you would hear me saying I welcome it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Do it again.
I don't know if I told you. They said it was this joke. They said if a woman, if you catch your woman in the bed, or if you catch your,
you can't tell me.
Rihanna.
Yeah. What do you see in that nigga that you don't see in me?
You don't see in me. Yeah. But yeah, they're looked at different. You know what I'm saying? They looked at different. And one thing one thing about it is, as far as like those people, the owners, they are a special type of person that billionaires is. And billionaires, they probably are like mine. There's no problem that my money can't solve. You know what I'm saying? Not to be political, that's what Trump going through right now. Usually all his problems are with money. And all his opponents run out of money before he do. Well, he's fighting the government now. And they're not gonna run out of money. So
they print the goddamn money.
Yeah, he's in rare air right now. He don't know what the fuck. But but moving back to what we were talking about, Michael Irvin, I just hope, you know what I'm saying, because one thing about it though, you can be judged by it in the court of public opinion. And if it came out that these people lied and these people jumped in, there's so many cans of worms that can be opened by this for the good. As long as it's not swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFL can't be left to be judge, jury, and executioner in their own shit. They just can't. They just can't because it's not fair. They don't do shit fairly. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. When it comes to that, they do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the same thing. Everybody's not graded the same. You know what I'm saying? So if he sue them, like he gotta, like somebody like the NFL Network or somebody like Marriott, that's just safe to say they got more money than Michael Irvin. Like, you know what I'm saying? And but people sue them all the time, but you don't always see it. This is shown, so this may be wrapped up a lot quicker than you think it would. And he's gonna get some money, but it ain't gonna be what he could have got, because you know, just like you and me, they have to throw something at him. Both of them, they have to throw something at him real tough, because they did him wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me get back to the original topic as far as Lamar Jackson, and that's how we led to Michael Irvin, because we're talking about lawsuits, and I just don't know how convenient it would be to say that Lamar Jackson is now all of a sudden living foul because he no longer wants to play for your football team. The Baltimore Ravens have done Lamar Jackson wrong. They have wronged him. I understand as far as the injury factor. I said it last year that they were going to use this in negotiating tactics. But if the Baltimore Ravens had handled business after he won the MVP, or at least after he won the first playoff game, they wouldn't be going through this right now.
Yeah, because they could have did what they could have did. You know what I'm saying? They could have handled that shit earlier. And because, you know, yesterday's price is not today's price. If you'd have handled it earlier, you know what I'm saying? If you would have handled that shit earlier, because he's played on the franchise tag already, right?
No, this would be his first time.
Okay, this is his first time, so he had to end his rookie contract.
Yeah. So what he could do? He could Kirk Cousins the shit. You know, he could play for $32 million this year, which, I mean, that to me is probably the most insulting part, because the non-exclusive tag is $32 million. The exclusive franchise tag was $45 million. That's where I would feel slap in the face. Even though I know the Ravens saying, okay, well, let's see what the market will offer you. You know you niggas are in conjunction to not pay this nigga. Nobody wants to pay that Deshaun Watson money contract. And I don't blame them, but he should be making more money than Kyler Murray. He should be making more money than Russell Wilson. But if he Kirk Cousins it, he could play on the tag this year of $32 million. The tag next year would be about $50 million. Then you can't franchise tag him no more. Then he can go wherever the hell he wants. You pay whatever the hell he wants with damn near $100 million in guaranteed money in the bank from the last two seasons. That's what Kirk Cousins did back in 2016 and 2017. He made about $70 million in 2 years with the Redskins, and then got the fully guaranteed deal from the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if Lamar Jackson wants to take that route or not, but all I know is he said he don't want to be in Baltimore. Now, could this still be worked out? Of course. If the Baltimore Ravens say, here, buddy, here's $200 million guaranteed, come be our quarterback. But I don't know if they're going to do that, because if so, they would have did it already. So, it's tough. I just don't think that, you know, he's been treated correctly. But if I was the New York Jets, I would seriously think about this now, because you steadfast on Aaron Rodgers. At most, you're going to get Aaron Rodgers. Huh?
Aaron Rodgers ain't a Jet yet?
Nope.
What the fuck going on? They fucking right. What the fuck?
Hey, this is on Green Bay. Hey, look, what Aaron Rodgers did that was kind of ignorant was when he came out and announced, I intend to play for the New York Jets, he gave all of the leverage to the Green Bay Packers. Okay, now we know what you want to do, but we don't have to rush to do it. We can take our sweet time. We can ask more. We can bring the asking price up, because he said specifically the New York Jets. But they haven't made the trade yet. Now, I believe the trade will get done, but if I'm the New York Jets and now I know that Lamar Jackson want to be traded, I'm really sitting here rethinking the shit. Because at most, you're going to get 2 years out of Aaron Rodgers. You can get at least 5 out of Lamar.
At least 5? How old is Lamar Jackson?
26. I only say 5 because of injury risk. That's all.
Yeah, I've never learned to hate somebody so rapidly than I have Aaron Rodgers. Everything he does and does not do tends to affect, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Normal, dog. Why you can't just lay down? Down.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is mad today. Aaron Rodgers is pissed today because when it comes to talking football, he's not the main story right now. It's Lamar Jackson. Oh, he is angry today.
Yeah.
You said you hate. Never learned to hate somebody so rapidly.
Man, fuck that nigga, man. My fucking nerves with that shit, man. But he's part of the problem. He is kind of what you were talking about when you talk about these people that want these high-end deals and can't pay nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know, he did that shit in Green Bay. Because Green Bay is a unique. I don't know if he could have got away with that somewhere else.
Yeah, he did it with a team that doesn't have an owner.
Yeah, you can kind of push the front office around if there's no owner. You know what I'm saying? Because you are basically the franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But an owner can be like, fuck you, I go get something just like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At least look like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
I mean, Brett Favre did the same thing to the same franchise that has no owner.
well, they're the same situation. Well, I mean, lightning struck twice. You know,
Sure has.
They lucked up. You know what I'm saying? They lucked up to get both of them cats. You know what I'm saying? They traded for Favre.
Yeah, they traded for Favre, right, and they drafted Rodgers.
The second round, you know what I'm saying? They traded for Favre and then they drafted Rodgers, but he slid. You know,
He did slide.
He slid. But they were lucky to get him because I mean, don't get me wrong, outstanding. One of the best throws I ever seen in my life. I forget who it was. It had to be against Detroit because it was in the dome. There was a way it had to get it against Detroit or against Minnesota. And he rolled. It was like this throw. He rolled to the left and turned around and just,
throw against Dallas in the playoff game.
Not against Dallas.
Yeah, he rolled to the left and turned right and threw it perfectly about 35 yards and it set up a game-winning field goal.
It was against Dallas. You should have, because I'm seeing white. When I see him, I'm seeing a white jersey.
Nah, if it's the throw that I think you're talking about, I think that was a throw against Dallas.
I'm gonna go watch Aaron Rodgers highlight. I can give it to you straight. Like that was one of the best throws I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I would say the other one, but I don't want you to think I'm trying to butter your bread.
Oh.
Another one I seen was John Elway. Like I don't care what nobody say. And close your ears, Brandon. John Elway is probably the best quarterback I've ever seen, dog. Like, I mean, if you see the shit, he was playing in the 80s, but he was throwing in 4K, 3D. Did you see it? You see how that shit, how the ball popped?
Absolutely. Come on now, who you talking to, bro? Come on now, John Elway was ahead of his time, little dog.
And you know, I see a lot of Elway in the way Mahomes threw the ball. I don't know if he's about I don't know if it's a baseball background, but it's something with how they stick their chest out, how they lead their chest like a pitcher almost. And I don't know if they add more juice to it, but anyway. But enough about the throws. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers he made one of the best throws I've ever seen in my life in the game. And that shit was, I mean, it was.
I'm sending it to you now because this has got to be the throw that you're talking about. Got to be. I just sent it to you. I just sent it to your phone. That's got to be it.
Let me see what the fuck. Yeah, Brandon's right again. Let me see.
Oh, stop behave.
Let me see. Come on, talk to me. It seemed like when I had Boost, I had all the coverage in the world. I got grown and trying to get an iPhone and T-Mobile and all shit. I ain't got no motherfucking thing.
Nah, I'm your Droid guy. I'm still using the Android.
Fucking ad. Fucking ad.
That's gotta be it because that throw was sick beyond measure.
I'm trying to get the signal in this bitch. Hold on. 8 more seconds for this ad. Liberty. Don't nobody give a fuck about no fucking Liberty. The phones really want to make money. They need to make a button that you can mute this. No, that is not it.
What?
That is not it.
What?
That's not it. This is early on. This is.
That was 2016, bro.
No, this is like the second or third year he started.
Okay.
It's in the dome. He got on a white jersey, and he's going. In that clip you showed me, he's going left to right down the field. In this clip, they're going right to left, and he rolls to his left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it because this one was an old. This one is all. It was similar. It might be the same play, but it's a different throw. You know what I'm saying? He scores on the one I'm talking about. I believe he scores on that thing.
Okay.
But we'll find it though. We'll find it. But he still gets on my motherfucking nerves. remember, what's my boy name on Beverly Hills Cop? Don't bullshit me, actually. You make my dick itch.
The captain.
Yeah, I gotta find a picture. It could be one of these Facebook pictures.
Oh my God, another one.
Yeah, man.
Shit make my dick itch. Todd, yeah, the chief, the captain. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You should see the one I got now.
Do you have a different Facebook name now?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder why I couldn't find it.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your Facebook name now?
I don't know my real name no more.
You lying.
Type in. Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna type it in now. What is it? Let's see. Wow. Wow. And the damn show came up. Wow. And you got a picture of Martin Luther King in a do-rag. You going straight to hell. I just want you to know.
He can't. Wait a minute. Why? He can't keep that shit spinning, baby. You gotta let him bake, baby. You ever seen Atlanta?
Yeah.
You ain't ever seen Atlanta? Remember the nigga with the do-rag on? He said, I gotta let him bake, baby.
Oh my, I don't know my real name no more with a picture of Martin Luther King and a do-rag. You know what? Oh, you are going to hell.
You don't think Martin Luther King died his hell when he was? You think he just let them be nasty? You gotta talk in front of a bunch of people. You gotta march and shit. You gotta tie this shit up at night.
And a gold do-rag at that. I could see if it was a black do-rag. And a gold do-rag. And to make the hood look good do-rag. I'm weak.
He a reverend. That's a salvation cap. That's a Jesus rag right there.
I'm weak. Well, let me get to other NFL free agents. You see, Bobby Wagner went back to Seattle.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. He I mean, it's good for him. It's good for the fans. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the system or whatever. It's just. I was thinking about this shit earlier. Like, quarterback is the only position you can really play. Like, how old is he? Like 34?
About 30. Yeah, about 33, 34.
33, 34. Quarterback is the only position you can play at that age or beyond. You know what I'm saying? Because they possess that position. But
yeah,
all those other positions, especially like middle linebacker or running, especially running back.
Yeah, I'm one to think that this is probably. I'm one to think that I think this is his last season. I think he just wants to play his last season with Seattle.
Especially running back and linebackers. One of the tells it don't look like it. You know what I'm saying? But one of the tells you can tell that it's time for them to start. You know, they start to slip. And I don't mean like slipping it. I mean like literally, like they start to fall. They start to try to cut and do a lot of shit. Remember Ray Lewis? Remember that last year in Baltimore? He fell a lot. He slipped a lot.
Yeah, I mean he didn't.
Around a lot.
He didn't have it like he had it. I mean.
Yeah, it's kind of like your body fighting your mind. Your mind like, come on, let's go, and your body like, oh God, damn it, you know what I'm saying? It's good for him. We'll see. I seen the same slippage I seen the same slippage in Levante Davis too. He slipped a lot too. He didn't slip as much as Ray Lewis.
Did y'all re-signed him back, didn't it?
We did.
Okay, man, y'all, man, look, man, I'm not even trying to be funny. If Baker Mayfield plays respectable...
Man, get the fuck out of my fucking face.
What?
You keep on with this Baker Mayfield shit, man. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, who's your offensive coordinator? That's the question. Who's your offensive coordinator?
I have no idea.
Like, if Baker Mayfield plays respectable football, y'all could be a threat. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It means so much that you have so much faith in Baker. Hey, you know what? Why don't you would you be open to would you like to have Baker Mayfield?
I don't know, because I mean Did you see Russell Wilson last year?
Yeah.
Did you see Russell Wilson last year? Would I like to have Baker Mayfield with Sean Payton as his head coach? I mean, maybe.
We need I'm gonna tell you something. The problem is we need it. I hate to say it in a brother way, but we need a coach, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Bieniemy was out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you talking about the brothers now. Bieniemy is that's another. That's another reason why Lamar Jackson should really look at Washington, because Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator there now.
Yeah. But fuck Washington. Yeah. I understand. They make a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Going to Washington, and you're not really moving that far. Because where is he from?
Well, he's from Miami. He's from Miami.
From Miami. So you're still on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even have to jump on the highway to get from Baltimore to Washington. Landover, Maryland. Actually, really, technically, same state.
Same state. You don't have to uproot yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's sweet. But you know what I'm saying? If you really want to take it to the next level, you can move back to your home state. You know what I'm saying? You can move back to your home state.
He should go to the Dolphins? Oh no, we're still making the Tampa Bay pitch. I get it.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, listen. If he somehow ends up in Miami, I would never watch another down in NFL football.
Lies you tell. Why?
Man, do you know what? That would be some shit. Because all it would take for them is all it takes for them to win 10 games, and everybody gonna want that. Everybody gonna look. It's the only attribute they're gonna be rating people off of speed. It's a copycat league.
Of course.
And you know what I'm saying? I mean, that'd be crazy. That'd be a track meet. What the fuck would you do?
It would be nothing that you could do. I mean, you would just hope that the defense. You would hope that Miami's defense would have an off day.
Yeah, but shit, from chasing them niggas around all week, you think they really would? You be easy pickings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I like the NFL should be happy that Tua is their quarterback.
Well, I think that if Lamar Jackson was to somehow end up in Miami or San Francisco, I would have to pretty much make that either team the favorite to win it. Because if he was to end up in San Francisco with McCaffrey, Kittle, and Debo and Ayuk, that's oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then your main bodyguard is Trent Williams. Oh my goodness.
He playing again?
Yeah.
Hey, now that cat ain't slipping at all.
No, he didn't.
That nigga was never on the ground.
No, right. Right. So I don't know, but no, go ahead.
Yeah, to give you like something to measurement against the dude Peters in Dallas. You saw how he did some part of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that boy in San Francisco. What they call him? They call him Gorilla, don't they? What do they call him?
Trent Williams.
Silverback. That's what they call him.
Yeah, Silverback.
Yeah. That's another position you can play well into your 30s too.
Oh yeah, because Trent Williams is about 35, 36. He ain't no because he was with Washington like a decade ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah. I remember I think I was in the hospital with the Twins, and I watched him punch Richard Sherman in the face.
Yeah, he punched Richard Sherman in the face. Yeah.
That nigga said, "What you gonna do?" He said, "I'm about to punch you in the face, boy." And then he punched him, and Richard Sherman was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, he told you what he was gonna do. He told you what the fuck he was gonna do. He said, "What you about to do, boy?" He said, "I'm about to punch you in the face." And then
he said, "Do it." Then he said,
like,
"Pop," because Richard Sherman was wearing the microphone. And all you heard was that microphone get muffled.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But anyway, bro, you don't watch Snowfall, do you?
I do.
Oh, so you've seen the last episode?
I did.
Oh my goodness.
I did. I caught up. I seen your fucking post, and I watched all that shit. Like I I watched all that shit. I had to catch up. They did my boy Rome, man.
Man.
Boy Rome. I don't see Louis letting this go. This is gonna be bad for my boy. I keep forgetting his name.
Franklin.
Why do I keep forgetting his name? I remember everybody's name on there. I can see his face. I know what he looks like.
Man, let me tell you something, though, bro. How the hell Louis blame this? Like, I was waiting for Louis to get plucked off because she's tripping. She gonna sit there and say it's Franklin's fault. No, bitch. It's all your fault.
Yeah, but see, that's what. And I'm not. Because before I say this, I'm a feminist. I have a card and everything. She woman. That's what women do. Think about it. Like, how many times you been in a situation when you do something and your woman get mad?
Oh yeah, I'm
right.
well experienced.
You gotta make that shit right. But if she do something that makes you mad, then she get mad that you mad. Now you gotta figure out how not for her to be mad. You see what I'm saying?
Man, let me tell you something. It's all her fault. Because she the one. It was her greed that led to all of that shit. Because she should have never went behind Franklin's back to go to Teddy.
Right.
And then on top of that, she should have never put the hit out on Kane. After Leon was like, we squashed it, we had to understand it. But she gonna put the hit out on him anyway.
Right.
It's all her fault.
Listen, in her eyes, that shit never happened. Her eyes, all the shit she did wrong to lead up to this point, never happened.
And even Jerome, before he died, was saying, I don't want to be in this shit no more.
Yeah.
He said that the money's not worth it. But she gonna talk about something. When we do the deals, they all look at you. Nobody look at me. So what? So he said that's worth dying for. And boy, now to me, the funniest part of that show was that little pimp looking dude.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. He's like,
make sure he's
like, yeah, might wipe your mouth off because I don't want to catch none of that shit.
I don't want to catch none of that daslo. Is that what they was calling that shit? Again, that daslo. Man, but yeah, it's all her fault because had she not reached out for Frank, she had not went behind his back to Teddy because Teddy just needed somebody to move that shit. Once she reached out, once she did that solved the problem for him, and he was able to fuck Franklin over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She did all this shit, but she'll never. That's how they are, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they are. All that shit she did, and she don't remember none of that shit.
And Franklin.
You ever call a woman on her shit? Like, a woman call you on the shit, she got detailed receipts. She know time, dates. She know which way the direction the wind was blowing.
Yep.
She gonna go until she's finished. But as soon as you call her on the shit, first thing she say, all right, okay.
Hey. Oh man, we know too well, sir. We know that all too well. That's not just in TV land. That's in actual reality too.
She did that shit.
Yeah, that's all her fault. Like, first say it's this Franklin's fault. You the reason. She's like, it's you the reason why I'm here. No, your greed.
You know, I'm not calling her Jenny, but she's up there with Jenny. You know what I'm saying? You know what Jenny I'm talking about, right?
From Forrest Gump?
Yes, that is the worst. That bitch was the worst.
Yeah. She waited till she got AIDS to marry Forrest Gump.
You never dissect that shit. Listen, Jenny is the worst. Jenny from Richmond. Jenny from Richmond. Let me tell you something. She waited till this nigga. Okay, first she already like her life is bad. We get that. Boo, we get that. Everybody. Yours particularly bad. You know what I'm saying? This nigga protected you his whole. This nigga was fighting in a Black Panther. This white cat was fighting at a Black Panther rally for you. He went in there for you. She had protected you your whole life. You didn't get that nigga no cushion.
None.
You know what I'm saying? None. And for y'all to try to say, yeah, that's his baby, or she gave him no, he didn't. He got aroused.
No. They did it at one time, right before she left. I mean, she did some nigga shit. She fucked him, and then the next day she called a cab, and he was gone, and she was gone. She was out. That was the one time, and he happens to knock her up, but she doesn't want to marry Forrest until after she has AIDS. And now, well, he's always taking care of me.
Well, no. After the bitch is rich.
yeah. After he made $1 billion off of bubblegum shrimp.
What are you looking for? You know what I'm saying? What are you he doing all this shit for you, you know what I'm saying? The most loyal nigga you ever met. She's the worst type of person. But Louis not there yet.
You said Louis is close.
She not close. She down the hall though.
But I mean, Jerome protected her no matter what. No matter what, to his own demise. And that shit hurt my soul. Jerome was my favorite character.
Yeah,
That
like Jerome.
Son, I'm gonna need you to slap your daddy. Son, I'm gonna need you to slap your daddy. I'm like that, like this. Slap your daddy.
I forgot all about that shit, man. hey, that's crazy.
I mean,
Wow.
that Jerome was my dude. Now I didn't like him. I didn't like it when he beat that woman to death. I don't think he didn't mean to beat her to death. But that's how.
No, I didn't like him. I didn't like that he did that neither. But I didn't dislike him.
No, I didn't dislike him. I was just like, Franklin had pissed him off that much. They sending messages back and forth, blah blah blah. But
it's an old African proverb that I heard. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to let niggas know you going where you gotta go.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
holla, because
Yeah.
that man, that shit hurt my soul, man. That hurt my soul.
Yeah, man.
He like, come on, Rome, we even now. Nah, nigga, bang. I'm like, Rome, you gotta shoot and move.
And that big motherfucker ain't moving. Oh, he didn't know he was hit.
Nope, not till after the fact.
Yeah, he didn't know he was hit. I thought they was gonna put him in the car and take him somewhere like they did Ricky or something. I was hoping that was what they would do.
Not Ricky, because Ricky was dead anyway, man.
Yeah, but still, man, don't leave my boy in that house.
I mean,
Don't leave my boy in that place like that. You know what I'm saying?
so you wanted him to put him in the car and just take him home?
Take him home, man. Yeah, hey. Nigga, if something happened to you, you think I'm gonna leave? If we doing some illegal shit, you die, you think I'm gonna leave you there?
I mean, look, I ain't no coming back. I mean, I'm not coming back. So I mean, if it's gonna save your ass, I mean, I'm not gonna. If you know I'm dead, I'm not gonna get up and be like, all right, dog, let's go. If I'm dead and you need to save your ass by leaving me, okay. I mean, the fuck, I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm gone.
I don't know, man. Don't leave me.
I understand your principle. I got you, and I appreciate that. But if we were ever in a situation like that, where your life could be on the line, and I've already been knocked, bruh. But the only way you gonna get out there alive is you get out there quicker without carrying my heavy ass, bruh. Do what you gotta do. You think I'm gonna be mad at you for it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that was the 80s, though. You know what I'm saying? They just said in the 80s, they could have easily, like, pulled him out of there.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
And I don't know.
that shit
Franklin kind of lighten the ass. He ain't gonna carry nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think Louis, she gonna continue her streak of bad decisions and acting in self-interest, and she gonna do something to Franklin before he do something.
what's she gonna do? She gonna send Buckley, who was high as a kite when all that shit was going down? The cop.
You should be. You'd be surprised when somebody's that fluent in fucking up shit. You'd be surprised in the ways they can find to fuck up shit. She gonna do something. Let me see. That's the 6th episode or the 4th episode.
I think that was the 6th episode.
Yeah. So they probably have 10 episodes. They probably do something.
Yeah, they got 4 more episodes to see how bad she can fuck up.
Yeah. They'll probably be on. What they doing on TV now is something like that. They probably had like a break in between, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like a week off? A week where they don't show it?
Off of some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta, well, I mean, look, I can't complain because, Power just started back up, still got Bel Air. Now, Godfather of Harlem just had their season finale last night. But,
on that joint.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it was that episode last night. I mean, the episode that everybody knew was coming, but, you didn't want to come even though...
Oh, man, Malcolm X died.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, because you know the characters.
Yeah.
You know the names and shit. Like, I know, like, that dude, Frank Costello. What's the dude name? Costello? Not Costello. What's the dude he playing? He's fucking with Vito Genovese.
Oh, yeah, Chin Gigante.
Chicante, yeah. He don't die. He dies like later on. He goes like in real life. In
real life, he didn't die till like 2005, 2009, something like that.
He goes to prison and he plays crazy. He plays stupid. know what I'm saying? He played stupid, like, if surveillance and like he had people walking around like this in a bathrobe and drooling and all this shit.
Oh, we didn't already got there. In the season.
Oh, they didn't did that already?
Yeah, that was. I think that was season. I think that was last season.
Yeah, gotta be season 2. They gotta be season 2 because they wanted season 1.
Yeah. He was already in a bathtub with an umbrella up.
No, that was season 1. He did that.
Well, no, because he already been in the prison playing stupid. I mean, yeah. Well, like I said, you got to catch up. I don't want to spoil it all for you, but you know, the last episode was that episode. You know.
Yeah.
That episode nobody wanted, but you knew it was coming. That's all.
Yeah.
Now the snowfall shit, that just caught me off guard. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I knew somebody was going to. It's a series finale. Somebody got to go. I didn't think it would be him. I thought he was going to be like.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make it, man. I thought he was going to make it through. I thought Louie was going to get popped. I did. Honestly, because I'm not trying to be funny. She bought it on herself.
Yeah, she did.
But anyway, bro, let me get out of here because I got some dad shit that I got to do. Got a Girl Scout meeting. Then I got to go to choir rehearsal. I got my DJ equipment, so I got to go to DJ Amp House and start fucking with that. Boy, your boy about to be DJing everything, boy.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, all right? Okay? Some motherfucking shortbread cookies. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you want some shortbread cookies?
Oh, I want some tree poles, man. I know you got that shit, all right? Okay?
Okay.
Pay full price. I want full price, man. I know where you at, man. Just let me know. I can get that shit.
Oh, I'll be shocked because I've only seen your ass over here once since I've been living here.
But I'm just saying though, man. Listen, you let me know what I got to do to get some tree poles, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Don't be telling people my business, man.
All right. Well, you're on wax right now, so okay.
All right, man.
All right, man. I'm gonna hit you up.
All right.
Later on. Big C. Oh yeah, man. Look, I'm a Snowfall fan ever since I've been hooked on that show. Yes, Uncle Jerome was killed last episode and it broke my fucking heart. Oh my goodness. But these shows, hey, look, television is doing a good job keeping me occupied now that football is over. Like I said, I'm in full scale basketball mode. Godfather Harlem just ended, but Power just started. We in the middle of Snowfall, and we got Bel Air. And everybody saying, you watch BMF? Every time I try to watch BMF, I always fall asleep. I don't understand. But before we get out of here, I want to talk about the Sweet Science for a quick second, which was a very good pay-per-view fight on Saturday between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. And like I said, very entertaining. Caleb Plant dominated the early parts of the fight with his jab and movement, but David Benavidez is a classic pressure fighter. He got that like Antonio Margarito pressure fighter type of style, except he hits harder and he hits faster. And he eventually wore Caleb Plant down. Now, it wasn't a knockout, but it went to the decision, which David Benavidez won a unanimous decision. And I would like to see him fight Canelo Alvarez. For real. Canelo needs to start fighting these younger, bigger names. Now, he has a fight May 5th against somebody. Some also ran. Then he wants to, but I think David Benavidez is going to get ducked because if Canelo wins this fight against the no-name, he wants to go back and fight Dimitri Bivol again, who beat him last year. He's going to move back up to light heavyweight. And I'm like, why, bro? David Benavidez is here waiting for you. Jamie Munguia is waiting for you. The Charlo brothers are waiting for you. So David Benavidez, this was his most high-profile fight, first pay-per-view headliner, and he did not disappoint. Now, there's some other fights coming up. Y'all know I love my boxing that I'm definitely looking forward to. Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko in May. We also have Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia in a couple of weeks, actually, in about a month, April 22nd. So I'm definitely looking forward to those fights. I'm looking forward, actually, to the Haney fight against Lomachenko more so because Haney is a stud, and Lomachenko, while he's great, he spent so much time in the amateurs, that's a great matchup. But I think Haney's going to take that because he's a technical boxer. He's taller. He's younger. Yeah. So yeah, the Sweet Science looks like it's heating up after talks of a unified heavyweight championship fight fails again between Tyson Fury and Usyk. But that's the unfortunate part about boxing. It happens all too much because me, like every other diehard boxing fan, is still waiting for Spence versus Crawford. That's all we want. Give us Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. Stop fucking around. And with that being said, with a buzzer. Oh man. Again, I hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. It is springtime. It's a beautiful day. I got the shorts on today. And like I said, I'm about to be doing my dad stuff, heading to this Girl Scout meeting, and then heading to choir rehearsal. I ain't been to choir rehearsal in a minute, so I'm happy. I'm excited. And then, then I'm gonna start working this equipment, see what we got going on here, because your boy finna DJ everything, bruh. You feel me? I done already gave all my prices earlier, but it is what it is. But again, this is your boy Brandon Brevon Towns. Don't forget to hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. I'm out this bitch. Peace, and I love you.